It sometimes gets pretty noisy around Andersen Air Force Base in Jigo, and these days more frequently than in years past.
We do get calls, complaints, especially from the Chalan Emsley area, the Matagwag area, the Guillemot-Chenanao area. These are the areas that are frequent caller complaints that are coming in. Not is the noise at times unbearable at night, but even for the most part, things that are shaking in their homes. They can actually hear windows, shaking, and that calls for concern.
Jigo Mayor Bob Lozama says he's gotten about 10 or so complaints in the past few weeks, and he's brought them all to the attention of Andersen Air Force Base officials.
I did lodge complaints with the Public Affairs Office. They've made some adjustments, I have to say, but there are some times, that sometimes these things don't get to the right hands, to be informed, that we're very concerned about the night, and I think overall are the night flybys, that are very irritating for many of the residents.
Today, the commander of the 36th Operations Group at Andersen, Colonel Randy Kaufman, issued a letter to the island community advising that he is taking steps to minimize noise from the increased activity at Andersen. Captain Tim Lundberg is with Andersen Air Force Base's Public Affairs Office.
Some of the things Colonel Kaufman and our leadership on base has been able to do to help work with the local community has been we've been able to increase the amount of aircraft we move and land to our north runway, maybe bring them in at a little bit higher altitude when they land, and when training doesn't require it, we really try and keep operations during the daytime hours as much as possible. Having said all that, safety of the aircraft sometimes mean they have to do certain things, and then training as well means we have to do certain things. Having said that, we always want to be the best neighbors we can be.
Among the steps being taken by the Air Force to mitigate the noise are working with the FAA to allow aircraft to land on Andersen's northern runway and avoid flying over residential areas, directing all aircraft to land from the northeast over the water during the nighttime hours from 10 to 6, and instructing pilots to avoid the use of afterburners while over the island. Captain Lundberg says that they are sensitive to the concerns because Andersen personnel themselves are part of the community as well.
Myself, I live out in the low community. Lots of personnel in Andersen Air Force Base do live out in the low community. And these noise concerns, it's, the people who live on base are obviously the closest people to the flight line. So it's about us mitigating noise for everyone and the local community.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.